Blessings in love, World Tribe. Jesse Tree here with a message for you today. I'm going to reissue my Life Cultivationist Challenge to one and all. I feel that stepping into a mind frame of positivity and working directly towards our collective health is my mission at the time, and I wish to spread that fire. So I urge you all to undertake my challenge. To rephrase what that is, it's simply to take care of your health in a greater way, or plant a tree or garden, or both. And if you're already doing those things, level up. I believe the only way we're going to make our way through this is if we double down on nature, positivity, and love, and we do away with fear and get to work. So I want to share, first of all, how to plant a tree, and some tips about, a good situation for a tree here in the deserts of northern New Mexico. And I'm also going to share about a product I've been purveying and why I think it's very important for one and all to get involved in this right now. I think it's a very potent and time, and the potential is ripe for us to take this calamity and see if we can flip it on its head and do everything we can for this world. And that's what I'm going to do anyways. So here I have a cherry tree. We have a food forest design here, so that's a perennial garden that has edible and medicinal foods that come back year after year. And so we've been developing this for a while. We have trees and shrubs, goji berries, mint, comfrey, lavender, currants, peaches, pears, plums, apples, almonds, pecans, jujubes, nettles. The idea is to plant all food and medicinal things that are high food value, that come back year after year, and that are put together in a way where they are mutually beneficial. And I think this is also a meme or an idea that we can employ collectively in the realm of life cultivationism for one another at this time. So, quick download on how to plant a tree. It's pretty important that you dig a hole 1.5 to 2 times the diameter of the pot, because I'm in here. You can see this is a piece of wood. These are hugel culture beds, and that serves as a bit of a water storage. It'll start to feed the wood lignins to these trees. So I'm going to use a lot of wood today because we're growing woody plants. So once you got your hole, you want to fill the bottom of that hole with a little water. It's kind of like a battery. And normally I would put in some fertilizer at this time. I put a tiny bit of Super Thrive in the bucket, and Super Thrive is an organic amendment that basically is kind of like rooting hormone and so forth. Do a lot of soil preps that I do on top of the soil, and mulch to feed the soil. So it's just like another being. You got to feed and water and care for it. And it actually appreciates love and speech too. So once you got your water in there and your nutrient, I just didn't have anything else prepared today, and I just cleaned out my chicken coop where I'd use that. Gonna take your tree, work it gently out of the pot. This tree is not root bound, which is nice. So oftentimes you'll find them very, bound up, in which case you would kind of rough them up. And I'm gonna do a little bit of that anyway, that'll stimulate the root growth on it. Now we're gonna set that guy in there and try to get the head straight and sort of the branching oriented the way you would like. And then we're just going to backfill. Backfill this. And this is a swale on contour, so it collects the rainwater. And we have an acequia, which is an ancient system here in northern New Mexico that has been transported from the Arab nations. That's actually Arab word, sekia. So this all fills up with water and it soaks in deep and really hits the root and encourages it to dive deep. You want to get these suckers watered, especially the first year, watered very deep. Then they can get established, get in their feet in deeper, and will need less care. Then I have drip irrigation here. Since we're in the desert, this is the most efficient way to water if you're watering, and we have a well. A lot of people are on city water and stuff, but you can make things like depressions, little basins to plant trees in, so the water all runs down into there. You can do swales on contour, and then deep mulch and water regularly, and that will help any tree anywhere. So last of all, I'm going to take some of this nice wood mulch that I've got from the local power company, who they trim the power lines free of branches, and then they shred all this stuff, and they got an overage. So I asked them to dump it here, and I use it to create a network of mulch paths and things that are all going to feed the tree and create mycorrhizal fungi and habitat for microorganisms to come in here and start doing the work. The idea is to do lazy gardening. So you got a year-round garden with a year-round tree that gets bigger and bigger over time, produces more and more fruit. So it's this whole thing of stacking functions, more for less. So that's our little download on how to. I might, mulch this in pretty deep. The more mulch you can put, the better. But for the purposes of this video, I'll finish that later. And because my dear wife is choking on the dust at the moment. So that's my challenge to you. Plant a tree. My buddy World Tree Man game in India. If you put that hashtag World Tree Man game up on social media, he will plant a tree also, or at least purvey the meme of planting trees, and he's gotten like 1 million people to do it already. So that's fantastic. Let's see. The reason why I want to do this is food security for everyone. It's going to sequester carbon dioxide. This is also just going to create community resilience. People are feeling that now, that our supply lines, we can see, are so tenuous. So let's plant our gardens and our communities out, and this way we can bioremediate the earth, clean the air, and get back to business. So that's phase 1 of my Life Cultivationist Challenge. The other one would be to take care of your health in a greater way. So this can come by a number of free methods like intermittent fasting, where you just take daily time off food. So generally one of the most easy ways to do that is a 16-8. So 16 hours no food, and then 8 hours where you eat kind of whatever you want. Good to eat healthy things during that time if you want maximum benefit, but that will increase your immunity greatly. And the reason why this works is because when we eat all the time, there's this thing called bioaccumulation. Toxicity gets into the cell. The cell gets covered in a layer of fat, and then it can't uptake nutrient, and it can't wash that toxicity away. So that's another thing to utilize is juicing, juice fasting, or lots of tea, water. That will help rinse. Just like washing our hands is an important thing, let's wash our insides, and that will increase our immunity to wash the virus through more. All doctors will say when you're sick, fast a flu and feed a cold. You gotta, less food and lots of liquids. They'll always say plenty of rest and plenty of liquids. So that's some tips that are free to you. Now, I also have an option that I'd like to share with everyone. I've been working with a company called Purium, and they've developed a very good protocol for establishing this immunological health. Every single facet of their ultimate lifestyle, what is it called, honey?
Transformation.
The ultimate lifestyle transformation. I'm still getting it because I'm new, but I'm really hip to this. As someone who's been wildcrafting growing food strictly at the co-ops and the organic grocery store, super vigilant about what I put in my temple, I can tell you this stuff is good. They, you know, have proven clinically that probiotic and increasing your digestive flora is immunologically protective and increases immunity. They've proven that fasting is immunologically protective and good at this kind of work. They've proven, you know, that high liquid diet will do this kind of washing. So it's this well put together protocol that has a probiotic that will clean glyphosate out of the body. That'll make it so that's not in your body, and the probiotics you're putting in aren't being destroyed, because glyphosate is a strong antibiotic, and that's why it works. So that's followed by a dense superfood green juice that's storable up to 2.5 years. It's affordable. You buy this thing at around $315, and it's 30 days worth of food at $11 a day. And it's, you know, like I said, it's storable and delivered to your house, so you don't have to worry about going out. So that cleans these cells and supplies them with this dense nutrition that will help them, you know, become more electric and become more efficient and be able to repel disease better. Where these viruses and stuff get stuck in is in the fatty deposits in the mucus, and so to be able to clean that out is a very important thing. And it's appropriate at this time of year because your circadian rhythms are changing and you're coming out of winter and your body naturally wants to purge. So you combine that also with aminos that turn you into a fat burning machine and build muscle while you're resting and turn these cells into more, you know, energetic cells. And then you follow that up with a parasite cleanse of herbs that I'm all familiar with. The formulation is good, and that will help also improve your immunological health. And then you follow that with a tart cherry drink in the evening that induces melatonin and is super high in antioxidants. So this helps you sleep, and while you sleep, your cells go through cellular regeneration. So I'm super pleased about being able to share this product this time. I really think that if we take care of our immunological health in this way through this product, or just by these means, like I said, the free way of just juicing and, you know, fasting and what have you, we do that, we do the washing and everything, we wash it out, we get strong. That's the way we're going to do this. So that's what I have to offer you today. Let me know if you're interested in Purium. I'd be glad to help you. They also have all manner of products that have, like, medicinal mushrooms that have immunological benefits. They have a VirusSure thing that was out way before this happened that was well formulated to help protect you against viruses. So I'd be very, very much glad to serve my community in this way. Plant a tree, get well, let's get strong. We can do this. Much love, family.